Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. If you're a returning subscriber, thanks for coming back, and if you're new, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Today I am doing a get ready with me chit chat. Now bear with me guys, because I know makeup and talking alone can be a task, and then worse again when you have to edit it and you realize you want to speed this part up or whatever, but you're talking. So we'll see how this goes. I don't even know if this video is gonna go up, but if it is up, I thought it was good enough. So the first thing I'm gonna do is apply Maybelline Baby Lips to my lips. I always do that while I'm getting ready, just to moisturize my lips a little bit. I was having a matte addiction for a long time, and then I realized that I did not like matte lips anymore because it was just not happening because of how my lips would look underneath, and my hands are ashy, of course. Yay. What the joys. Anyways, so we'll get right into it. I'm going to do my eyeshadow, and then I'll come back and talk to you guys about what's happening.
Playing on the track. Playing on the track.
Okay y'all, so I have my eyeshadow done and my eyebrows. I just be doing whatever the eyeshadow. I did not have a look in mind. I just went with the flow. First I was gonna go with green pink. It turned to purple. That's just the way it is. I am about to do my face, which I can do with my eyes closed, y'all. I've been doing the same routine for like ever, but I will be trying to experiment or try out new products. I did do the foundation comparison when I used the LA Girl Pro Concealer versus the Revlon, and I am using the Revlon now. Yeah, so Revlon is my go-to foundation for those of you who have not seen that video as yet. I am a MAC NW45. I do use that for reference. So when I am trying out a new foundation, I tend to go on Google, go into the blogs, and I don't know, y'all. I won't lie. This is a task. Anyways, go into the blogs and look for people who are NW45 who are talking about dupes and see what they say about it. There are also videos on YouTube that you can watch where people actually compare them for you. So, just for reference, I'm NW45. So I am actually, I don't know if I told y'all what I'm getting ready for. I'm going to finally be bringing my license over to Penn. Ooh, disrespectful little phone. I'll finally be bringing my license, my driver's license, and my plates actually over to Penn. If you don't know, I did live in Mass prior to Pennsylvania. I went to Bristol Community College over there, and then I transferred to Temple U. Being that this is my first Get Ready With Me Chit Chat, I have a few things that I do have in mind that I want to talk about. If you are not subscribed to my vlog channel, you definitely should go and do that. It's gonna be in the description bar below so that you guys can follow my day-to-day activities. So I have been talking about moving because where I live now, I'm not gonna tell y'all where, is quite far. Not far, but I am considered a commuter because I live a good distance away from Temple. Reason being, when I first moved to Philly, like everyone else, you hear about the this and the that and the temples in a bad area and whatnot, which I did also talk about in one of my vlog videos. It's called Is Temple You Safe? Where I say that Temple, like the area surrounding Temple is okay. It's good actually. The campus is good. They have created a safe zone and so on and what's not. But then when you go further out, then you have the issue. And I now know that. Before, when I had moved here, I did not know that. So I opted to live out in the further parts of Philadelphia, more in the suburbs. And now I am thinking about moving. So I have not made up my mind as yet. I have toured apartments, most of them that I did not like. I prefer to live in an apartment building. Surroundings means a lot to me, and then it is also the point that I do work at Temple Ambler. So Temple has more than one campus, but the two ones that I would be associated with are Temple Main and Temple Ambler. I am the current homecoming queen, and I did run at Ambler, and yeah, so I work at Ambler, where I do live closer to Ambler. So, oh, I'm crooked. So during the summer, living closer to Ambler is a benefit because I'm going there. It's like I get to work real quickly. It's winning. So that's another thing, because when the semester starts and I have to work, I can take the shuttle, but during the summer there is no shuttle. So it's all factors to deal with in considering moving. And I don't know if I want to pack up all my stuff and decide that, okay, I'm moving. So still figuring that out for the time being, if any of you are wondering, but hopefully I get it worked out soon. The next thing that I'm going to talk about, I get a lot, but I mostly get it on Snapchat, is, are you single or not? Well, to answer that question, that looks really nice, mommy. My mom messaged me. Oh, she's talking about me with my cornrows. I can show y'all. Yes. Y'all get it all. So I did go to the hairdresser and wash, treat, and get my hair put back into cornrows. I'm not ready to deal with it as yet. I've been trying, or whatever the case may be. And by the way, happy anniversary to my mom and dad. Today makes 21 years of marriage. I love you guys both. Mom's definitely gonna be watching this. My dad ain't watching on YouTube, y'all. He ain't watching on YouTube. Yeah, so back to this whole relationship status thing. I'm happy. That's my relationship status. Happy. Because I feel like I hate when I do this. I leave it on for too long. I am with someone who's awesome, and I don't know if he'll be watching this. I know he definitely does watch my vlog channel, but he would not really be watching makeup, so I probably have to point it out to him. But I am with someone who is awesome, and he is a very private person, and whereas me, I'm more of a, I always say what I consider my business. I keep it private, and things that I just don't care about people knowing, I just don't care about them knowing. So, because I don't care about being judged. I grew up in a small community, and being judged was inevitable, so I just go with the flow. I don't really stress it. My mom is calling me. I'll call you on my way, mommy, when I'm on my way. But I am happy, and when I say happy, I mean very happy. Things have been falling in place in my life on a whole, and relationship-wise, I am with the same person I've been with for the past years. We met 4 years ago, and let's just say I stopped using the word holding each other down, because it's like, you know, holding each other down. Let's just say we've been lifting each other up ever since. And yeah, so there are a few things when I started doing YouTube that I saw other YouTubers go through that I said, Tay, you have to prevent these things. And that is why I seldom talk about or share any relationship details on here, and also the fact that he is a private person. Now, don't get me wrong, he is not a hide me type of person. People know that we're together. He's been all over my social media for years, and yeah, but it's just, when you put your relationship out there, you just open yourself for a lot of scrutiny. And me being a person who can deal with it and deal with it well, I don't really mind that. But at the same time, just for our sake, I don't talk about it much, but there you go. I am not single. I will not say I'm single. We have been working on some stuff, but it's that type of situation where I can't just decide, oh my gosh, this is the worst. It is not a situation where we are at each other's throats to the point of it's toxic or we need to leave each other. It's not that. And I think that is the main reason why we are together, like, through whatever. It's like those type of things where it's just the wear and tear of a relationship when you've been together for a while. So that's really just it. I'm happy we are together. It's all good. Working on us individually and then working on us as a whole. I am gonna be completely honest with you guys. He is a great person. I always say, he's the better half. He's a very encouraging, uplifting, and motivational person. Like, yeah, we don't need these likes on social media. Well, he has no social media. Never has had. But we don't need those likes because, yeah, when I get dressed up and I send him a pic. It's a long-distance relationship if you don't know that. But when I get dressed up and I send him a pic, yeah, we the original hype people. And he sends me a pic. Listen, y'all will want to know with the way that we behaving when we cheering each other on. But it's a very supportive relationship. And like I said, I am very happy. So I feel like I have been blending this forever. So I'll just continue to blend. As you guys can see, I am now contouring. I took off, I don't have on my individuals, which I love when I have on my individuals and I do my makeup, because then I know that when I get to basically contouring and finishing up contouring, then, you know, I'm soon done. But my biggest struggle has always been is putting on my eyelashes, and I cannot even do that on camera because I gotta be all at my bathroom mirror trying to put on my eyelashes. It's a mess. Anyways, next up is school. So as I mentioned before, I go to Temple U. I do study engineering, and it has been a journey thus far. I will say that college is not for everyone, and debate me. But yeah, college is not for everyone. And when I say that, I'm not trying to be elite as someone who actually is in college. I'm talking from experience. Some people force themselves to go to college and end up regretting it. To me, if you are gonna go to if you are gonna go to college because it is something that you want to do, not that you are being forced to do. In high school, you could make it out of high school applying, I won't say little to nothing, but it's easier to be interested in high school and still make it than it is to be in college. College is something that actually requires you to want it, because you cannot, there will be professors that you can finesse, but you cannot finesse all of the professors, and no one is gonna be behind you. Come, you gotta go, you gotta complete this, you got an extra week. No one is gonna be behind you like that. Don't get me wrong, you might find, I know I said no one, but you might find the occasional one or two, but you gotta remember that you're gonna be working with multiple professors. So if you're gonna be working with multiple professors and that is the case, then you do not want to be one of those people who end up, who end up just struggling throughout college. I came to college because I genuinely wanted to go to college. I enjoyed school for the most part, besides the fact that my high school, we'll get into that, we'll save that for another day, but I enjoyed school. So I felt like, you know, college would be a good experience for me. I wanted to earn a degree. I wanted to be an engineer. I wanted to get the experience, but I also told myself, because my dad is the type of person, he is when we'll get to that bridge, we'll cross that bridge when we get there. Yeah. So he is not a very in advance all the time person, and he talks about things when he wants. He talks about things when he wants to talk about it. So for a while, I did not know when I would be going to college or any of that. I mean, I didn't know that I would be, but you don't, like, he wasn't giving me any details. So it's like, so I had made up my mind, to be honest with you guys, that if I was out of school, like when I finished college, I worked for 1 semester and then I came to the US to go to college. If I had stayed in Anguilla, which is where I'm from, for longer than, I think I said if I was out of school for more than 2 years, I wasn't coming back. Because, listen, coming from high school to college right away is a blessing. I don't care what anyone says. Alright, at least take a year off, a blessing. But after that, you've been out for so long, it's like, what am I doing? You know, like when you get back here so far out of it, it's like, what am I doing here? And then you have to commend those people who come back after years, being out of school for years. And I do commend those people, but I had already made up my mind that, girl, it ain't for you if you are out of school for however long. So that was my thought process at the time. I did my associate's degree for a year and a half. Y'all, to be honest, I have so much makeup on this table. Okay, here we go. Did I bring back a depth to my face? I think so. I forgot one thing, which is, where is it? Okay. And, okay, I completely lost my process, my thought process. But I did my associate's degree over in Mass in a year and a half. And came over here and I'm now working on my bachelor's. I hope to one day earn my PhD like my daddy. I want to be like my daddy and get my PhD. And this is Black Radiance blush. This is the first and only blush that I use. And I not long started using it because I just did not like how blush looked. I mean, back then when I first got into makeup, I was just applying any old blush, to be honest, any old color. But then I actually looked into blush, like Googled it. And I will tell anyone, if you want to get into makeup, just do your research. Makeup is more of an art form, and it is not a just pick up anything and use it type of thing. But I looked into it and I saw that I should get a dark blush instead of just picking up any old pink that I see and calling it a day. But you see this, I like this because it does not give me a standout extra, you know, look. So, yep. Nice, light, and pink. This is what it looks like. And I love it. I need to get my nails done, y'all. So I'm gonna go get my driver's license switched over, my plate switched over, then go to my insurance company. I am so happy because my insurance. On camera, I don't even know if it looks like in person it looks like I have on blush. Well, enough for me at least. I don't know how it looks on camera. Should I blend with this brush? So yeah, this brush that I have is the Expert Face Brush Blending Dream. Okay, I started using it as blending, then I realized that it applied my foundation well as well. So I bought another one for blending, and then I ended up using this one for foundation. So, but this is your blending dream. So all I have to really deal with now is lips. I was saying something about my driver's license. My license. So I have to bring over my license, like I said, and then I am so ecstatic because I have been paying a lot of money for car insurance because I did not go to school here. So I didn't do driver's ed, and then I need to stop putting that setting powder on my nose. It makes my nose oily. I believe it makes my nose oily. Okay. Here we have I'm gonna spray my face before I do my lips. I did contour my nose, y'all. I am having trouble with the camera. It is not a DSLR, it's a Sony a5000, and I don't think that it was meant to be taking these type of videos where I have to basically keep it on for this length of time, so it does run hot. I'm hoping that the footage that I have before is there so that I can actually upload this video, because I don't think that it turned out too bad. Come on, just dry. Lips. Lips. We're making progress. So this is the ColourPop Ellery. I love her, by the way. She's so pretty and bubbly. And goal oriented. So I did carry up the bottom one too high. I didn't want it that high, but the whole lip turns into this. And for some reason, I like right there. I purposely do not apply anything in there because I like the little lighter look, like right at the bend of the lip. I have an arch. Yes, guys. So I think I got everything. That is how the makeup look came out. And I'll get ready and be right back to y'all. This is Bossy Boss hair, Bossy hair, something like that. I will put the name somewhere on the screen because I cannot remember it. I do have on my eyelashes, as y'all can see. Yes, this eyelash hair always gives me trouble. I'm just so over it. I am wearing my favorite eyelashes from Target, which are the Vegas Nail Lashes by Eyler. Love, love, love these lashes. They are just the thing. And I'm wearing this, just a gray denim shirt. I wish I had bigger hoops, but my bigger hoops broke. So it's whatever. And then this here. And I am about to go and take my license picture. Let me show y'all the old one. So what happened was, y'all, I went to get my ID at the time, and I did not know, and I went to take my driver's license test. Now, where I'm from, you take the test, they got to grade it, then you find out if you passed, and then, you know, little old me forgot, this is America, and everything was computerized. I passed, got my license, like, no, yeah, I got my permit. Then I had to take the picture one time. I was like, wait, what? I had actually only gone to get my ID. Then they were like, you could take the permit test. I had not studied anything. I was like, 30 bucks, whatever. But I did it. It was all common sense questions. Passed. I got 100%. Swear, I got 100%. And it was all like questions about if you see someone with a white cane, a white tip cane, and there were like 3 questions about blind people. Y'all don't mind the nails. We about to fix them today though, or tomorrow. Anyways, and it's whatever, but this is what my license looks like. Okay, that's my current license. Look at this, y'all. That is my current license picture. It's depressing, okay? So this, I had them, and when I got my ID, when I took the ID picture, when I did my driving test, they just put whatever picture was already in there. And I was like, ugh. So I'm gonna have to trade this in, but luckily I have my ID, because I wanted to always have this for, you know, forever. And so hopefully today's picture looks much better and not 12. I look 12 in this picture. Thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to subscribe. I love you. Bye.